Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see here, we are kind of at the start of a new Jersey Quest franchise mode. We are playing here as the Seattle Kraken, as you can see, in their kind of inaugural season, the 21-22 season. So it's kind of the introductory video. We're kind of quickly just going to touch on the player focus, and then kind of that's pretty much it. These are the hockey ones are a lot shorter than the soccer ones, just because the NHL stuff there isn't as much complicated stuff to go over with that. But yeah, so in terms of the player focus, I guess edit lines is how I usually do it. So let's go there, I guess. The head coach can help. No, thank you. Weesh. These are bad. But here we go. Here he is. So this is another, like one of our recent ones was this another kind of player coming back for the second time here, just because of kind of circumstances and coincidence. So the first one is kind of coincidental. The second one, this is more circumstances. As you can see here, if you look in the top, like right-hand-ish corner here, you can see that our FGO manager is Georgios, and his ID number is 24. And the only Islander to really wear that number, like in recent history, is obviously Scott Mayfield. And to be completely frank and honest, not the biggest fan of Scott Mayfield, like at all. Like, I will be completely honest, every time he touches the puck, it makes me nervous watching Islander games. So, yeah, that and the whole, like, him kind of ruining the 2024 Stadium Series, like, with all his stupid penalties and stuff in the third of that game. Like, yeah, and again, it's kind of like, it's not like, it is him. I'm not, like, the biggest fan of him because he's kind of just like a meh defenseman and, like, cost us that Stadium Series game. But the bigger problem is more like if he was on like a short-term deal, like it would be kind of neither here nor there. But it's because Lou signed him to like an extremely long contract for like no reason, especially considering he's now like being healthy scratched a ton of the time by Patrick Waugh. So yeah, not a huge fan of Scott Mayfield. So it's kind of like, all right, I don't really want to do a Scott Mayfield one because he's like only been an Islander. And I want to like save my like actual Islander jersey ones for like players I really like from the Islanders, who've been like kind of career Islanders, because like obviously Scott Mayfield, he's only ever played for the Islanders. So kind of was like, all right, let's go into the, you know, their do a little research here, number 24s, and then as you can see here, Jamie Oleksiak, who we've done before, because he's a Northeastern alum. He wears number 24 at the Kraken, and I was like, all right, the Kraken have sick jerseys, like, do it. So we're doing the inaugural season so we can get like the nice little inaugural season patch on it rather than the advertisement patch that they have now. So I was like, all right, do that. Then just went in to like the trading card database, found like his trading card for that season. It's the away jersey. So yeah, the player focus is Jamie Oleksiak and the jersey is the away jersey. So that's kind of the big information we need to know here. Obviously looking at this, unless we could go in here, it's not the same for the other pair. Oh! Alright, so based on this tidbit of information, because he's already 28, he says he's top 4, but he's 82. Yeah, I don't really have any qualms about putting him on the third pairing. I guess that means we're Carson Soucy, but yeah, so basically what this means is we are going to be sticking with this head coach, which I guess let's go check him out then, since we're sticking with him for basically the entire series. Go to coaching staff here. And B. Steckel, A-. A- isn't bad, TBH, so I'll take it. But yes, mostly A's. His only thing that really sucks is teaching is kind of unfortunate, but he's got a 3-year contract, which isn't bad. But yeah, so he's kind of going to be our coach. As you can see here, he is obviously Jamie Oleksiak, so I slapped him back down the third pair. That's like a fun factoid, I guess, if you didn't realize. Like, I didn't really realize this until I watched like a video or something. It's like these bars here aren't like their overall roster scheme fit, it's their current like scheme fit on whatever line you have them on. So if we move to Adam Larson, whose thing is like really low, it's like a pair where he's like fits better, like he'll be like hit the bar like shoot up and like the bars will move around like that. So 57%, not the best, not the worst. TBH, I think you usually want to be like in the 60s if you can. It's kind of like a good number to hit for the team fit stuff. Again, now that we kind of know he's our coach, this isn't the information. This information is like more complicated stuff. I think that like runs out more in the simulation side of things, because like when I play the game, I guess like they probably try and set up like this when you try and play games, but like neutral zone 1-2-2 red, like I'll probably be doing whatever the heck I want with Jamie Oleksiak to try and win the puck back. when I play games, but here we go. This is kind of his lines and strategies here. So looks like Jamie Oleksiak's thing, if he's fully on pair 3, is balanced and shoot, which is a decent one, I guess. And the other ones are pinch or hold line and shoot, so a lot of shooting from the defense's coach launch, so I don't mind. I like taking blasts from the point when I play the game, so that doesn't bother me much at all. Oh my god, thank you, Xbox, for this. Rewards point stuff is annoying as heck. Like, if it was like a longer amount of time, like you had to play for it to pop up, it's 15 minutes. You like play for like 15 minutes, the thing like pops up, like, and it's really annoying. But neither here nor there. So yeah, so it looks like a lot of decent amount of balance stuff on. So like, actually not really, to be honest. This is interesting. He's an offensive coach, so we're gonna be trying to score a lot, I guess. Behind the net, overload. Behind the net and overload are the two more common ones. So like 3 of the 4 line speed that is bad. Crash the net is like the rarest one of these line strategy preferences for the players. And like the only type of players I've really seen get it are like grinders and stuff. So it's gonna be, the third line's gonna be kind of shmeh. But the other line should be okay. We'll be able to figure it out. But now that we kind of know that, I can easily this first season, because the Kraken did not make the playoffs in their first season, and they made it to their second season when they kind of had a decent bit of a run. Yes, this first season they finished last in the Pacific Division and like almost in second to last in the West. So we will pretty much be not really tanking per se, because I try and like keep the results as close to their thing, which is they were finished with a 27-49-6 record, so it shouldn't take me too long to finish this first season because they don't win that many games, which isn't bad, TBH. So yeah, the first season, so basically anyone who doesn't fit, like in this first season, I can like start getting rid of them and bring in new players, which is nice because we have a coach that fits Jamie Oleksiak perfectly. But yes, that's kind of, now that we've kind of done that, and we kind of, within that, kind of set aside our expectations for this first season, there isn't really much else to say. So yeah, so next episode is going to be the kind of 21-22 recap, where unless we somehow, this dimension really likes how we set up the team, after I kind of configure everyone around based on these coaches' kind of scheme and stuff. We're probably going to miss the playoffs, so it's going to be basically kind of recapping how bad we were, quote unquote, and like how draft and free agency stuff is going to be the more important part of it. And kind of building a roster around this kind of coach's scheme and stuff. But yeah, so season's not gonna be a good one, but this then like most of our series recently have been like one and done. This should be a longer one, which is, I guess, kind of nice. So yeah, so thank you to everyone who watched this kind of video. Hopefully you check out the 21-22 recap, which will be the next episode in this series as well. And thank you.